Hi, I'm going to speak about alcohol drinking. Alcohol drinking can affect one economically. It has very high cost of DWIs. Most of them can be revoked license, court hours, court fees, community service up to 96 hours, fines up to $5,000, imprisonment up to 2 years, and ignition interlock. And what that means is that whenever you have been caught for the first time, it doesn't matter, you still get an ignition interlock. Some of the consents from the court that is the first offense is a year in jail, the second offense is 2 years, the third offense is 3 years, and the fourth offense is for lifetime. Arrest or criminal conviction for a DWI, those with a commercial license and are arrested or convicted of DWI, whether or not operating a commercial vehicle. The first offense is 1 year disqualification. The second is a lifetime disqualification. Some of them sometimes get refused for. Some of you guys refuse some of the chemical tests and whether you take the breathing inhaler to see how much alcohol you have. If you refuse that, you still get a first offense, and if you refuse both to take it, then you get 2 second offenses. And if you try and choose to fight your case, whether you want to pay your fine or not, you might want to think about a very good explanation for why you were driving and drinking. And you know it's against the law, and most of the time the judges won't pass it. And so you might want to become a very good explanation for whether you have a psychological effect in your mind or something about depression, and so you might want to do that. Sometimes drinking can cause psychological effects and emotionally. If you have depressed, or if you've been depressed, or you feel sad, or you feel like you need to fit in with the crowd, sometimes you don't need to do that. You can always have fun every other way. There's most of the teens try drinking alcohol at the age of 12, and that's something that's getting more and more common. They usually say that they want to fit in with the group, or they want to they just want to try it once, and even if you try it once, you get attached to it really quickly. And sometimes it's peer pressure between your peers. If your friends want to tell you to drink and you don't want to, then they're not really your friends, because they don't really accept you for who you are. And in that case, then you might want to consider someone else to become a friend of yours. And alcohol abuse can affect your teenage life as well. It has problems with causes too. There's brain damage, there's loss of friends, there's problems at home, lasting legal problems, and then sometimes it leads to death or injury. Like driving under the influence can cause mostly death of a child or a mother or family. I wouldn't want to be the cause for a family loss, and I certainly don't want you guys to feel that way too. It's a terrible feeling to lose somebody, and I've been in that situation before where someone has been drinking and they almost killed a family because they chose to fit in with the group. And it's not a very happy feeling to see that the other family members are injured and in the hospital because it's your fault that you've been drinking under the influence and driving, when in the first place you're not old enough, and in the second place, if you are old enough, then you're not responsible enough. So that is my speech, and I hope that you guys have learned something, that drinking alcohol is not a good way to try and fit in with your group. You can always have fun in other ways, and you can always have fun trying to find something more educational, something more positive about it. Drinking is not always fun, and drinking will cause you problems, and it will cause you liver problems, and it will cause you brain problems, and it will cause you family problems. Because most teenagers get involved in those drinking, and parents don't even know, and sometimes when parents don't even know, then something has happened, and that's when they know. When they figure it out, it's whenever their child has died, or when their child has cause an accident as well. And knowing that a parent knows that is something that breaks their hearts, because it's their child and it's their baby, and how can something like that happen to them and they're not even old enough to be drinking if you're a teenager. If you're an adult, then that fault is upon your soul and your conscience, because if you've been in an accident before, you know how it feels to have the impact of another car hit your car, and that's not something that's fun. So hopefully you have learned something about alcohol drinking, and hopefully you guys learned that it's not something fun. So okay, no more drinking, and have a nice day.